Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's episode of the Warlocks Guardians podcast. I'm your host, Agnikai, joined as always by my co-host, Sebs. How you doing, Sebs?
I've had a day. I've had a day. Fuck. Fucking. I
The
love
sun
my shit.
rose. The sun rose, and I was in it.
Yeah. Oh, I've had a day. So I got into work. So they get you to go into work. So nice and early. Up 5:30, bang into work. You're in work. Get there. Do it like a toolbox meeting where you have a bit of a conversation. They say what's going on, and then they go, "All right, off you go, go and do your jobs." And I was like, "Yeah, all right, no worries." I was like, "I'm fucking hungry. I'm gonna have a fucking coffee because I'm the supervisor." I'm like, "Oh," the guys who I'm with were like, I was like, "Oh, just I'll see you in 20. I'll see you in 20. I'm actually in a hotel. I'll see you in 20. I'm just gonna go and get a coffee. Phone call later. Don't go to your job because they radiographing. Radiographing is where they X-ray everything and then they're shooting out
Radiation.
radiation. So you can't go anywhere near. It's like a 20-meter
Wow.
thing. So they don't go to your job. Sit there. So I just sat in there, watched a bit of anime until 9 o'clock. Got there. The guys have breakfast. So then they're going to have breakfast. And then I'm just kind of pottering about. And then so it's coming to their breakfast. And then I'm right, no worries, get the job done. Oh, there's an issue. Shit, fuck off. And then, I need to sort this out. Blah blah blah. It's just a shit.
So
And
what are they X-raying for? Are they looking for any problems? Is generally it?
no, so as they weld, because it's a boiler, as they weld, it has to be a perfect weld without any inclusions and stuff like
Right.
that. And so you have to X-ray them because it's a boiler.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what happens. And so they're X-raying. So I was like, I didn't start. Got up at 5:30. Got to work for 6. Got told then you have to hang around until fucking 9. Then I've got another job, and then the job that's supposed to be finished hasn't been finished. I went for a fucking COVID test yesterday.
Ooh.
The woman was like, "Right in your throat."
In your throat.
Yeah. Have you ever had a COVID test?
Nose.
No. So they go your throat first. So they go the back of your throat, play with your dangly thing in the back of your throat.
They just went straight in my nose.
Well,
This is literally over a year ago now when my son was born. Was when I had mine. But
So she goes like this, in the throat, wiggle her about, up one nostril, wiggle that, and the other one, she goes, "Ooh, that's blocked," and the whole thing just went like, like just bent in half, like it just went. I was like, she goes, "Here's a bit of toilet paper, blow your nose."
yeah.
I was like, oh. And then
She just leans back and she's like, "Can we get a jackhammer?"
yeah, no, it's just one like just bent in half, and she's like, that'll be fine, that'll be fine.
That's
And then,
definitely not suspicious or anything.
Yeah, that's too much like white stuff on the weekend. And then I walked out this morning to go and jump into a fucking car, and it looks like a pterodactyl that's taking a shit on my car.
Oh my
it's
God.
It's the biggest fucking bird shit. It's like it's this fucking spot like this, and it's all up the windscreen, and it's all over the bonnet. I'm like,
You got
what
a
the
fucking
fuck?
You got an airstrike.
I don't know what the fuck it is. It's this massive fucking turd on my fucking car. I'm like,
You know those big fat birds that look like they haven't taken a shit in a month.
That's
That's what hit your car.
it's a full fucking family of the bird fuckers like shitting on my car.
Oh,
And then I'm like,
Christ.
oh, okay, all right. So, but that's been my day. That's been my that's my day. What's been going on with you?
I think I'm closing in on Dear Neighbor from last week. I think I don't know yet. I've got no confirmations, but this woman, she posted on the same Facebook group that I posted the letter on. She's complaining about her neighbors. She's like, they play soccer or they play football in the backyard, and that's all fine and good. But now my fence is split. But she took a photo of it, and it's right down the side of the house is where the fence is split. So nowhere near where you would hit the fence playing the game.
Yeah.
And it's it's split in a way that it looks like it's from her side. Like she's pulled on it, and it's split
Right.
there. And so she's trying to blame them and all this shit. But it's her spelling. She spelt neighbor wrong the same way, and she admitted that she's a shift worker, which is what was in the letter as well. And so I'm like, It's fucking you.
So how far away is she from your house then?
I'm okay. I'm not gonna say my street name, but I'm number 33. She's number 56, which is 10 houses down that way, right?
Wow, and she thinks she can hear your dog 10
Yeah,
houses down the
yeah.
road. Wow.
So
And whining?
whining or barking or something. And
That's
like,
fucking trash.
I'm like, fuck you, because I went and spoke to like all of my immediate neighbors about this letter, and none of them gave a shit. You know, like even people behind me who are like, you know, they're loud, but they're like, we've never heard your dog, and I can barely hear them when they're loud, so I don't know what the fuck the deal is. But apparently, this woman has supersonic hearing. But like, she's never home when I'm home, and I'm never home when she's home. So I haven't had the chance to have the conversation with her yet.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of like just waiting to see if there's ever a day where a car's parked out the front, and I can just like walk over nicely and then yell at her. So we'll find out. We'll find out. But,
Oh, good. Well, at least you've kind of, well,
I'm pretty sure I've cracked the case.
cracked the case, gone shit in the doorstep. I'll
I'm
send the
thinking
birds. I'll send the
thinking
birds
about
a
it.
shot on my car, and then we can send them up to yours.
I didn't fucking tell you when my RGPC shirt arrived. I got a text from a person saying, "Hi, is this your package? It got delivered to my house by accident," and I opened it immediately with scissors, thinking it was my package. And I went, one, did you not read the name on the thing? Two, in your text message, you then went on to say, after you opened it with scissors, that you weren't expecting a package to be any sort of fabric or clothing. You were expecting, like, a box. So what the fuck are you opening my package with fucking scissors for? And I looked into it, and, like, it was cut, like, you know how they really wrap up these fucking clothing items and shit?
Yeah.
It was cut right through to the point where she must have just skimmed the shirt without cutting it with the scissors, eh? I was like, oof. I was pissed. I was fucking pissed.
Fucking dodgy shithole do you live in, man?
Look, man.
Like you got
Someone
super
someone's-
hearing fucking person, then you got fucking scissors person.
At the fucking front of the estate. So I'm at the back of the estate, right? At the front, someone had a break-in where they got in their back door and stole their car from their garage while they were home at like 4 o'clock in the morning. That's the estate that I fucking live in.
Right, so you live in a shithole.
I live in... You don't think so, because it's not a cheap area. Like, it's an expensive area. It's a nice area. The fucked thing is that the people that stole the car got caught and then got taken back home, and they live 2 houses down from where they stole the fucking car from. That's the kind of area I fucking live in, man.
Well, do it.
Like...
Wow, I think you
Fuck
need to
me.
move out.
Yeah, that's the plan.
I hope your neighbor.
This is actually the only thing that's unpacked in the house. Everything else is just boxes.
Fuck. So
That's what I've been dealing with.
So
It's like 2 weeks.
So there's nothing twab wise. There's nothing twab wise at all. Lorenzo's having a nerf. The little reticle thing that bounces around the place is having a nerf. We knew this was going to happen. I'm just gonna ask. How are you finding this new season?
I like the Shattered Realm, but I think it's poorly guiding players, because this is an activity where we are so used to so much hand holding with Destiny. It's like when you need to go somewhere, there's a big icon. Especially last week where you're on the Tangled Shore, where it's like follow the lanterns, and then the lanterns lead to a point where you're supposed to climb up a ladder. Well, it's climb up these ledges, but there's a ladder there. The entire time you've played Destiny, you've never been able to climb ladders. So it's like, okay, I obviously don't go up this ladder. Where else do I go? I spent 20 minutes running around the entire thing until I figured out I can jump up there, right?
I climbed up the ladder.
I did.
Straight away.
I didn't. I tried jumping up there. It didn't work. And I went, oh, okay, I guess I'll go around. And when I got up there, I figured that I'd cracked the code and I was like breaking into some secret area. And then it's like, oh, no, wait, there's the rest of the lantern leading to where I'm supposed to be going.
Yeah.
But like...
I think I want to see more of it.
Weird. I want to see more.
I want to see more.
But I just want it to be a bit more, I don't know, obvious on where you're supposed to go.
No.
The one this week was a lot better because you got a really good view of when you go out the door, you can see the whole area. It's a lot more obvious on where you're supposed to go, because they have the beacon, but it's a lot more like, okay, I can get to there by following this obvious, like semi-obvious path. You have to go under some things and over some things or whatever. But last week was like, there's the beacon, but there's this massive mountain in my
Don't
way.
you like that though? Don't you like the fact that, all right, it's like more open worldy that you have to, all right, there's the thing all the way over there, work out your way out to get there.
I do.
Because-
I do enjoy that.
Well, obviously not, because you're fucking complaining about it.
No. The problem is that the last week's one was like, everything was so hidden. Like, it was so, like...
Good.
You're not supposed to... Well, yeah, it's good, but it's good in a way when you're looking for secrets, not when you're just trying to get to the next part of the step of the mission.
Just enjoy it.
I am
just
enjoying
enjoy
it,
it.
but
Well, you're not, obviously, because you're fucking complaining about it. Fuck
I'm
me,
enjoying
man.
it. I enjoy it a lot. It's just, it's so obtuse on what you're supposed to do. And especially even the fucking, like, description that says...
There's a big white thing in the fucking
Oh my
sky.
God,
It's
I'm
shining
aware,
at
I'm
the
aware.
sky.
I'm aware there's a big old laser saying, come over here, like Batman. But but it's like, align the beacons, 1 out of 2. Okay, I did the 2. And then it's like, okay, align the beacons again. But I just did that. So what do you mean align the beacons? The beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? And it's like, go align the fucking beacon.
You
Which
can't see.
one?
You can't see the big.
You can't see
well,
the,
you
no,
can.
No, because it's like the last one's fucking hidden. I'm
Yeah.
still talking about last week. The last one's fucking
Yeah,
hidden.
no. I know.
This week was a
No,
lot better. Especially
like
with the
it.
secrets as well. The secrets were like, I like those swords where it's like True Sight and Barrier Breach and all that shit. They're a lot of fun, and they're a great way to be like, here's some incentive to go. You know, how you like gotta go activate the beacon, and then you can go back to the sword.
Yeah.
Good way to be like, hey, come back.
I like it. I like it, the fact that you can't cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've obviously got that area where you go in and you get slowed. And it's not until, I think, this week where you can get a mod that doesn't allow you to be slowed any.
The safe passage.
Yeah.
I think that's this week coming.
No, I've already done it this week.
You can get it? Oh.
Yeah. So there's chests in this week's one. There's a certain amount of chests and all that sort of stuff, and then you can't jump it because I was like, oh, with a warlock jump, you can kind of go around and just do a big jump and then just land next to the chest, and you do a big jump and then you just go and just fucking die. Yeah. And there's not that 1 to 4 count. It's like dead.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what I like about it. I think they should utilize it, and I think it's going to be possibly the Halloween.
Yeah, I can see it being the Halloween location.
Hey Hags, fuck you, Sebs, for lying about him being topless in stream earlier.
Yeah, I did an hour stream earlier, and
I'm in a hotel, man. I've had to put a hoodie on because for some reason Victoria's fucking cold. It's the dumbest thing in the world.
It's Victoria. It's cold and then it's hot 10 minutes later.
Yeah, I got the heating on 30, and I'm still in a jumper.
Is the heating broken?
No, well, it's all the way over there, but yeah. I got a fat shit.
It's well known in the Destiny community that heat doesn't travel. It stays.
Well, the issue you got with, obviously, if you know hot air, I
blow it out my ass all the time.
Well, you blow it out your fucking mouth also. But as it's coming down, hot air is just going straight to the ceiling.
Oh, right.
Obviously, hot air rises.
Yeah.
So they always put these fucking air conditioning all the thing without enough power to get it down into the room. So it's a bit of a shit. It's a Motel in Traralgon, of course. It's fucking.
How you doing, Ninja Chicken, bro?
Hey, mate. But yeah, so look, I actually really enjoy it, and I think hopefully it'll be a more incentive because obviously they've turned around. You can see maybe the influence that the Resident Evil guy has got, or the people who made the Presage. You can see that type of influence that they've kind of got in there now, where it's a little bit dark, it's a little bit grungy. They may need to start thinking about possibly changing the T for teen thing if it's going to keep on going the way he's going.
That's a push, but I think So with Presage, they had that whole. You can run through the mission, but there was all those little secrets hidden about, all the way leading up to you find all of them, and then you get into the room with the Crown of Sorrows.
Yeah.
Same with this. It's like you got all these chests hidden around, and you got all these anchors hidden around, and it's like you can see a lot of the anchors, and it's like, okay, how do I get that?
Yeah.
And then when you get that one, it's like, ooh, I just saw a barrier underneath there that I didn't know I saw before.
Yeah.
It's really,
I think it's really fantastic. I think they've really thought about it. And this is the last one. This is the very last one that got designed in COVID.
Yeah.
This is the very last one that's been designed in COVID. So, Look, I think it's going to have some really good effect. I think next season and the season after and the season after and the fucking however long thing's fucking going for, it's just hopefully the bad times like the what's that fucking egg timer thing with Osiris?
Oh, sundials.
Sundials. Something like the sundials, you know, with the Osiris one where it got like really funky.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully, this is a kind of a turn in the right direction that we kind of really enjoy.
Well, bringing up sundials, that was at the same time as Niobe Lapse, and leading into the Pathways of Time or something, where we did all that to get past Bastion. I kind of want that. I want an event like that again, especially because we have this big long season coming. I know we have the December anniversary thing for a couple of weeks, but I want something like that to kind of keep the community happy for a little bit while. A big mystery to unravel again, and I think it would really fit in this Shattered Realm thing that they've built.
Ninja Chicken. Yeah, the environmental puzzles are awesome. You are very, very correct on that. Curly Cam, far better that people can't rush the story. Yes, also because why would you want to rush the story? It's 6 months long. Like, rush the story and you got 4 months of doing absolutely jack shit. You know, Corridors of Time and Niobe Labs was the year before.
Which one gave you Bastion? But then everyone knew that Bastion was coming. Like, Bastion was on the roadmap, but then you had this event. And then you got Bastion from that event, and then everyone else that didn't do the event got Bastion.
Because the Corridors of Time was to bring Saint back, wasn't it? And that was a massive one where you had to correlate all the paths together.
And then onto the website.
Yeah, and then the guy done it all. Also got Bastion there.
Yeah, and that's where you found your grave and your favorite weapon in the world, buried there, being Bastion.
Fucking
look,
Seiko's fucking favorite weapon.
Oh, dude, Seiko rides that like a naked man on a horse. But
fair play.
But so with this week gave a lot of foreshadowing when we went to the Shadow Realm, because you go out the door like every week and you get a big open view of the entire area, and this one was quite open. And then right smack bang in the middle in the background there is these two pathways leading up to the fucking Dreadnought.
Wow, you're really 20 minutes in. This is what we're going for, is like straight into the Dreadnought.
I don't care. I'm so pumped.
Fair enough.
I'm so pumped.
But it was awesome because you had on, as you look at it, you had on the Dreadnought straight in front of you, and then you had the Scarlet Towers on the right hand side where you could kind of climb it up on top and get a thing. But there's so much to find in these things. There's the little swords that you only open up a little bit, and there's all this other random shit that's in there. And then you walk into the Dreadnought.
So what's interesting is the fact that first week was EDZ and sort of the farm. I think the farm was EDZ, wasn't it? It was supposed to be the same space, but
it was supposed to be the same space. They had the water wheel, which was the farm.
And then you had the chapel, and then last week was the Tangled Shore, and then this week was the moon. With the Scarlet Keep, and then it was interesting that they put the Dreadnought on the moon, and so I'm wondering, because that obviously seems very purposeful. Because you know how they had you activate the first beacon, and then you get the portal, and it's like the old portal from Court of Oryx. I'm wondering if we're gonna go if it's like a setup. It's like a setup. Is it a Dreadnought or a Hive warship?
I think the Hive warship is more of a triangular shape. This is a.
Well, the Hive warships are the tombstone ships. They're the big T's, you know?
Yeah, well, the one that keeps...
The
Dreadnought, shoots you.
Yeah, the Dreadnought is literally a piece of Akka, the worm god that Oryx killed to become the Taken King. That's part of her or his
body.
Husk. Yeah. Made into a ship. That's why it's a similar shape, and it kind of looks like Zol. Thank you for subbing. So I feel like it's kind of like a bit of a foreshadowing for Witch Queen, and sort of setting up tie-ins for what Witch Queen's coming. You know, I feel like we're gonna possibly that's how we get to Sabathun's Throne World, is a portal tied to the Dreadnought.
No, because the Shattered Realm is nothing to do with Savathun. It is Xivu Arath. It's all Xivu Arath.
I understand that, but it's like I'm saying with Witch Queen coming, why would you put the Dreadnought in there? Why would you put the Dreadnought on the moon? Unless Xivu Arath is going for the Dreadnought, possibly?
Well, Xivu Arath is already supposed to have it.
Oh, okay, yeah, then I'm way
Xivu
off.
Arath has already got it. So I think you've got a tangent. I think possibly everything to do with the Shattered Realm is all Xivu Arath, and it could line up for that she's connected to the pyramid ships, possibly, and then so the raid that we're supposed to have in the pyramid ship is either Xivu Arath or something else. But I think we tie up to basically either have a end fight with Xivu Arath. I don't think Savathun's got anything to do with it. She's in the crystal. We've seen her Throne World. We've seen it. It's nothing like the Shattered Realms. And Xivu Arath has got the Taken, and his Taken turns up and all.
Yeah.
They're setting up lots of stuff with ley lines. I don't. Sorry for going on the ley line. So in this week, have we done this week?
I haven't listened to the story bit, but I've done like all of the.
All right,
so go for it.
All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to read Ninja Chicken's thing out, and then I'll come back to it. They are setting up a lot of stuff with ley lines connecting Ascendant realms, so potentially there could be a ley line between the Shattered Realm and Savathun's throne, which is pretty cool. Sycobod's point of POV, your dad's fighting over a video game while drinking a can of unsponsored Coke. Cheers, mate. Thanks. So there's a part in there where Marasov is talking to the Crow. Okay. And he goes, ley lines? I've never heard of ley lines before. And then she goes, well, fucking Savathun's heard of ley lines, and I've heard of ley lines. Nobody else has ever heard of ley lines. I obviously understand ley lines are a big thing in the
Well, they haven't.
The Druid.
No one has spoken about ley lines in the lore until this season. There was There was nothing about ley lines ever. Oh, okay. You're going with the thing. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Exactly. So if you turn around and last week it was they turned around and said if you sit on the line between light and darkness and look up, it will show you who's been pulling the strings. So I was having a look at this and all this sort of stuff, and you have the little triangle thing around Savathun, okay? And as you look with the light and darkness and you look up, you can see Savathun, but right behind it you can see the Dreaming City thing. I actually don't even know if this is correct. Yeah, it seems like an out of left field to bring it in and all of a sudden be important. Crack. There we are. See? So you look up, you see Savathun, and then right behind it you see the Dreaming City circle. All right? And then in this one, they point out that the Awoken is the amalgamation of darkness and light touching on a line. So I reckon it's either A, Savathun has implemented these ley lines as a thing to get rid of a worm. B, she's alienating Marasov, or it's actually right that it is just these fucking ley lines. Because I reckon Marasov has got a dodgy. I think either Savathun is trying to break us up, break our alliances with Marasov, or Marasov is a lot more than what she's letting on, whether she is very, very closely tied to Savathun.
Okay, I'm totally with you. Savathun, I don't think she's trying to break us off from Marasov. I think she's trying to just keep us so just untrusting enough so that we never
I'm with Chicken.
I think Savathun and Mara are both fucking with us in some way. I agree, they're definitely fucking with us in some way, but we're the pawn that they're pitting each other against. Yeah. So it's like they keep. I'm gonna make it sound really derogatory here. Mara and Savathun are our owners, and we're a little puppy, and they've both got a piece of chicken each, and they're both calling our names, trying to get us to come over to one side each. And so I think they are. I think
they're together. I think they're together.
Mara
think
is
they
way too. Mara is way too egotistical, narcissistic, and self-important to work with Savathun to that level. She really is. She really, really is. To the point where, like, with her lore, she made everyone else believe that they became awoken before her, including her mother and shit. And then she's like, but I'm actually the original. And I saw it all happen.
Yeah.
And then I've been to this place for billions of years, and I have all of the information ever on the fucking universe. And like, I will use my brother and I will send him into the Black Garden because he has nothing. You know, it's like, she's too much of a celestial, over
Yeah,
fucking powered being to be like, yeah, I'll work with Savathun.
I think she's the big bad baddie. I think the way she traps Savathun,
Possibly.
I think she's there's something there. But there's something there, like the way Savathun, obviously Savathun is not going to give you all the information. She's going to pass you little tidbits until you make up your own mind, and then you go, aha, Marisov's a bitch. Or Marisov's a, right. I just Googled Marisov and Savathun together, and the first thing that came up was Rule 30.
Why do you do that? Why do you
I
not
don't
say
know
the
why.
last one?
I don't
Why
know
do you
why.
read his comments? Don't read.
I don't know what Rule 34 is.
Rule 34 is? I'll tell you about the birds and the bees later.
Ah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Does it shit on a car? Because I know that. Yeah. Because there's the saying from the essay, look up and you can see the Dreaming City logo, the thing. I could be completely wrong with that.
No, but I see what you're saying, is that you stand on the line and then you look up and there's your answer. I think we all sort of took that too literally at the moment, and like we all stood in front of Savathun and looked straight up at nothing. Maybe we need to go into these shattered realms again each week and look up and sort of rethink of what we're doing and what we're looking at.
Well, there's also a lot of things in the Dreaming City as well. There's also that big thing up in the sky in the Dreaming City
ring,
if you go in there. Yeah. And I can't remember if that was there originally.
Yeah.
We just randomly
Neither
fucking
can I.
turned up.
We need to go back to like old VODs and see if anyone has footage of the sky pre this season, because
yeah,
I don't think anyone fucking looked at
well, it just doesn't make sense. Like they turn and go, like it, but it kind of coincides with Splicer. Oh, I'm a splicer. Now I got all this splicing stuff. Yeah, well, we never heard of splicers before.
Yeah, right.
We kind of used splicers.
Back alleys.
Yeah, we knew what a splicer was. We kind of know what a splicer was, but the law was very vague, and they turn and go, oh, now you're a splicer. You got a gauntlet. You got a splicer gauntlet. You can do all this shit. And the ley lines is, it's kind of coincides with the way Bungie is, that they turn and go, right, here's a new thing. But I do say I bloody love that Ascendant realm. I loved it.
It's cool. It's really.
I like the original where you had to go in and get all the bones, Hamkara bones, and the eggs. You had to shoot the eggs and stuff like that to get a wish ender.
That's what I needed to mention. Okay, so at the very end of this week's Shattered Realm thing, we got that moment where you go into the Dreadnought, and then it's like when you walk into the Scarlet Keep for the first time, it's kind of that same area with the ledge. Yeah. You go in there, you do the last alignment, and then the emissary of Zevil Wrath shows up and you kill them or whatever. But behind all of that, the Ahamkara egg is there, and it's floating in the sky, and it's chained up. And behind it, it looks like the old Shrine of Oryx from the moon, but this one looks slightly different, possibly the Shrine of Savathun or something. The important thing is that the Ahamkara egg is there, and now it's chained up. All
right, let's step away. Is you're doing Saturday and Sunday shit now. It's not Savathun. Nothing to do with Savathun. Zevil Wrath. It's all Zevil Wrath, man.
No.
The Ascendant realm is nothing. The Ascendant realm has nothing to do with Savathun. She does not have the Taken anymore. Zevil Wrath have the Taken.
Oh, they are taken in there, aren't they?
Yes.
Are they taken in there? But then it's
a hive. It's a hive. There's hive and there's hive. Yeah, but and if you have a look, it's Talon of Zevil Wrath.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you deal with Zevil Wrath on a army level, on a physical level, but then you got this setup with the egg in the background, and that's a very Savathun thing. You know what I mean? Like, Zevil Wrath shows up and she corrupts. She doesn't give a shit about Ahamkara. She doesn't give a shit about fucking
Savathun cares about an Ahamkara.
That's what I'm saying.
But the what I'm trying to get at, you saw it in Marisov. Marisov had the egg.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm trying to say that I'm thinking this is the same egg, and it's I'm thinking that Ahamkara persists along different dimensions, possibly.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
But that means that means Marasov is working with Zivu Wrath, possibly because the egg was in her through that little portal in the Dreaming City, and now it's in a Shattered Realm, possibly.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, is that she doesn't have to be working with Zivu. Zivu might be going... Zivu is trying to get across the ley lines to get to Savathun. That's what they're setting up the ley lines for. That's what they say at the end, is that ley lines are like a wall. Every time we align a beacon, it creates a wall, and the Zivu's army are crashing against it, right? So with this egg, it's like, that's possibly like probably the safest place to keep the egg in that form. You know? Whatever the chains on it mean is whatever the chains on it mean. And then at the same time, it's like it's laying down in our realm, but it's standing up in the ley lines. It possibly could be hatched in the Ascendant side of it. Who knows? Maybe that's how fucking Ahamkara work. We have no idea. This could be like its starting stages.
I'm really surprised that they look. Ahamkaras were written in right at the beginning of.
We're going down the craziest fucking paths.
Yeah, like Ahamkara was written right in when they were still thinking about giving you a fucking tiger.
Yeah.
It was written there. And
giant frogs in Chicago.
And I'm like, so they write in all this stuff in, and I'm so surprised that they still go with this Ahamkara, because there is no rules to the Ahamkara. There is person of mine. As long as that sentence is uttered, you will wish something.
Oh, something mine. Yeah, the O mine.
But guys, we have a lore episode on the Ahamkaras. There is a lore episode somewhere in the ether that's supposed to be done 2 months ago, but Agrikai still hasn't fucking done it.
I keep putting it off.
And it actually explains the who Ahamkaras and the Ahamkara hunt, the Great Hunt, and all this sort of stuff.
It goes over the Great Hunt, yeah, and we talk about.
Yeah, I just wonder when it's going to come out. I just wonder when it's going to come out.
Never. I'm holding on to it. No, I'm doing a lot of work on that, actually. I'm trying to get people into voice. Actually, I'll put a call out now because we've got a lot more people in the chat. We do Relax the Lore episodes where I pull people in and we do voice acting for lines. If you want to do some lines for an Ahamkara character in a human form, message me. Because if you can do a kind of Western accent, that'd be awesome, because that's kind of the setting. Anyway,
Is it the setting that I gave it? A Western?
You talk about an Ahamkara being in a bar, and you like talk about the revolver.
Could be a Welsh. I would like a Welsh person. Hello, boyo.
You've got a Welsh person doing it, and I can tell you right now, it is very confusing on who's talking when everyone is Welsh.
I fucking love it. I'd love a fucking pint. Thank you very much. Boyo.
Anyway, with the chain, talking about your Ahamkara episode actually reminded me, with the chains. Possibly that could be like, you know how we pour the metal onto the bones for armor and everything. Possibly the chain could be sealing the egg in, like we do with the bones.
Could be, man. It could be.
You know, like this is just.
I'd like to see the correlation. Because somebody who just turned on and said something. I think it was Ninja Chicken. He's been really. Was it an Ahamkara egg? It looked like a different texture, and it was a bit bigger.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, it might be the same egg persisting through each dimensional plane, but it might be a different stage of the egg.
Or could be more.
Yeah, it could be more, possibly. Possibly, but what I was saying was like, say our line is like where it starts, and then in the ley line it's like bigger and close to hatching, and then you get to the Ascendant plane, it's hatched there. But like, it has to work its way back to our reality. Like the egg.
All right. Shattered Realm and Ascendant plane the same. I would imagine there's an R right there. Are the Shattered Realm and the Ascendant plane the same?
Yes.
They're in the same. I think they're in the same pocket dimension type of thing.
Yeah.
I'd like
the Shattered Realm is Mara's throne realm. It's her throne world, essentially. Yeah. The Ascendant plane is like the place, and then people like Savathun and Oryx and Mara claim spaces in that place, and they separate them off. So they make their own little bubble. The Shattered Realm is Mara's version of that. The Dreaming City is also kind of along that same line, but that's more of a gateway to get to her Shattered Realm.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Shattered Realm is Mara's throne realm, and then like we're gonna go to Savathun's one with the White Castle and all the moss in Witch Queen. But then what's interesting is the Dreadnought was Oryx's throne realm, but that was in our reality. He had turned his throne realm inside out to get to ours. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's so fucking confusing. They write this
that's
shit.
What I'm saying.
They write this shit, and then they're like, but then there's ley lines. But we've dealt with fucking Ascendant planes before, where we've gone
just
into
take the
portals.
tincture, the tincture, bang, and then you send it around. Yay, I'm Ascendant.
We just fucking go there. And it's like,
yeah. Why introduce something else? I don't understand.
What
about
like,
this?
Their explanation is, think of your reality as a stack of coins, and on the top is ours, and on the bottom is the Ascendant plane.
Upside down world.
And then in the middle is the ley lines. I was like, I had a better understanding when it was the upside down world from fucking Stranger Things. I was like, it's just a flip. You know, I don't need all this.
That's the theory of multiple dimensions, and each multiple dimension is just stacked like Men in Black. Just a ring of pearls.
Yeah. Okay.
So ring of pearls, each dimension is his own world. Bang bang. Upside down.
Yeah.
What about the skull that Shax has above him? So if you know any Ahamkara lore, so any part of Ahamkara bone, person, thing, whatever the fuck it is, it will grant you wishes. So that's why I'm kind of weirded out that why is he gonna, if we know these things are fucking dangerous, and they have gone out and destroyed these fucking bones. There's a big ass bone right above Shax. Whether he's just hard enough, he's going to go, fuck you, you're not attacking my bone.
Yeah, he's a bit weird. We also know that is how Savathun got in.
Yeah.
She got in through that bone. And then, like Ninja Chicken said, there was a piece of lore that came out last season where Savathun is described as like a blob hiding inside this skull. And then one day, Shax finally noticed it. And so he went, what is that? Looking in the bone. And so Savathun whispered her song to Shax through the bone, and then he just sort of forgot that the blob was there.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what power does this song have in reality? And like, there's Crow just whistling it away.
Well, everybody sings it. So there's there's Osiris. Is it the moon's made of cheese or something like that?
Yeah, the moon is made of cheese. That's Shax.
And and then Osiris mentioned it. She mentioned it. He mentioned it to Eris Morn. The Crow is whistling it up in the helm.
It was Dredgen that mentioned it to Eris.
Oh, one of these people.
That was Arrivals. That's when it started. Because, well, technically it was Shadowkeep title screen, but yeah.
Well, there we are. Ninja Chicken they actually chanted it, weren't they? It was the riot chant and stuff like that.
Yeah, so right. It's everywhere.
Look, it's everywhere. You can't unhear it by all accounts. But do you reckon if you get a full reset, do you reckon you hear it? If you go for
like an exo reset?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't know how it works, if it persists, how it penetrates the mind.
Yeah. Is it just written in the thing? Because there's obviously all magic. It's space magic. It's space magic.
Yeah, it's magic versus technology. And it's like, how does it work on technology? And fuck, who knows? We don't really know what
our guardian is affected.
Yeah, we are very affected.
I don't know. It could be. It's not the death knell of like the sisters, is it? They're the twin sisters.
No, it's not the death song.
So
yeah, far out. And so
fuck, we're going down a hole. There's nothing to talk about. We're going down a fucking old hole.
When there's nothing to talk about, we just go, let's just get fucking crazy.
Okay.
So yeah, go on. You got an idea?
No. Go. You keep going.
So with this, I lost it now. With this egg, I'm stuck on this egg, man. I'm stuck on this fucking egg.
I'm looking for questions. I like some of the questions that come up, and that kind of will push us. Where's the question?
Bring the questions in, because
I know. I think I'll have to go back in because I didn't actually even look at the egg. I was just like running into the dreadnought. Blah blah blah. Ah, there's a big fucking guy.
I started the thing and then just sort of went up. It'll just align and there'll be a couple of little things or whatever. So I sort of ran around and found the egg and I was just standing there. And then all of a sudden, this big old axe.
It's fucking huge. It's like, oh, and it just comes out of fucking nowhere. There's just, and I was expecting
hunts you down.
Yeah, it chases you.
Persistent.
And then, because I was like, oh, I killed the wrath because you have to kill the witch and she dies and then she drops a wrath thing and then you jump through there and you can do damage. And every time I went jump through, a guy over the other side of the dreadnought killed me. I was like,
Isn't it interesting how they brought the Wrathborn back? It's all coming back again now. Like
it's all in a circle, and I think I like. Look, Wrathborn hunts were fucking trash.
They were boring as tits.
They were boring as ass. But now they've kind of gone. Oh well, you didn't kill all the Wrathborns. You didn't kill all the people that we were trying to turn to see who were Wrath's corner. We've got some. We've got some in the dreadnought.
Yeah.
Like here's one. Oof.
Yeah. For sure, Zebra's got those pillars set up to make as many Wrathborn as she can. Oh man.
I like the way it's going. I like this dirty, grungy, Ascendant, Shattered Realm-ish looks. I think it's going in a very, very, very good direction. And what's as well is I'm not gonna wreck the conversation between the end of the thing. But there's a line where Marasov goes to Crow and goes, "Yes, my darling," or something like "my darling," and he's like, "Huh? What?"
All right.
New memory, who dis?
New memory, who dis? Do you guys read this week's War Time about the Hive Knight from this season intro mission?
No, I have not.
Interesting. I totally missed that.
No, I have not. I have been working. I do apologize. Ninja Chicken, are you a law guy? We need a law guy. We need a law guy on every now and then, but we need a law guy. Right.
Yeah, so what do you think about this? Okay, so we've had this seasonal activity, the Ascendant alignment for 3 weeks now, and we've gone back to the first boss that we've had. So there was 2 bosses that we've dealt with. We've dealt with the Taken Ogre and then the Copycat Scorn guy, and then back to the Ogre thing. I was kind of looking forward to more bosses. I was kind of looking forward to maybe
Well, I don't
3
think
weeks worth.
I don't think that's the main. That's a very small part of to get into. It's the Ascendant Realm is the one where I think is going to change every week for 10 weeks, and then it's going to maybe do another rotation. That's just a thing, I reckon. That's just
it's the thing. Like it's their whole matchmaking thing. It's
but isn't that like the same thing as the Dreaming City though? The Dreaming City's on a 3-week turnaround.
That's what I mean. Like I thought there would be 3 bosses, and then it rotates back to the start of the curse again. Not.
Oh right. Oh, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I didn't even notice. I just thought things were just going to the Ascendant Realm. Just 1,000 voice everything.
That's what I do. I've been wrecking. Oh my god, we did a raid today, and like they were pretty much everyone's like, yeah, I did D2, I did D1 Vogue, I know what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, so I got basically 5 people who don't know what they're doing. But we got to Templar really quick. Well, this is like an hour and a half raid. We went fucking quick. We did Templar. I didn't even get to the second teleport block before it was dead.
Oh wow,
that's how fucking powerful this goddamn particle deconstruction thing is.
Yeah,
it is.
With 1,000 voices though.
1,000 voices for 4 of us, and then 2 null composures.
Asian or whatever the hell it is, the red one.
Oh yeah.
That's supposed to be outgunning Sleeper.
That's reckon as well. Yeah.
Like,
don't use Sleeper. Sleeper's like
it's so slow, but it's
so slow.
It's don't get me wrong, it's great. Sleeper's great, but the dramatic effect of 1,000 voices is fantastic. It's only go.
Can't tease you with a Vorpal.
That's the one.
Actually, one of our guys, he didn't have null composure. He had that. Chance 9, who hot topic with Chance 9 today. So it was his first. I think it was like his first raid ever, really. Maybe he's done other raids, but he's done Vogue. This is his first Vogue, and he got Vex. And I just
so what was that?
Flipped. So good.
So you sent me numbers. So you turn around and said there's 900 odd thousand people have done Vogue. on each per account, not character based, just per account.
Per account,
and
yeah.
only 333,000 people have managed to get Vogue.
Yeah, so that's individual runs for a first time. So that account
Yeah.
has run it at least once, and out of that 900,000, 300,000 of them have Vex. That seems ridiculous to me, like ridiculously low.
But that's, but like that's the rareness of it. That's why I don't like. Because if those 900,000 people, they'd be going, woohoo! You go in PvP, everybody's got fucking Vogue. You're killing with Vogue. It is just becomes the new meta, especially the new particle decomposition.
Yeah, it was Charlemagne, but it's like, yeah, I get it. It's like fuck, everyone's gonna have Vex, but right now Vex in Iron Banner this past week that's just been demolished. It demolished people.
It's an exotic. It's an end rate exotic.
I understand that it's an end rate exotic, but there's people that like Seiko, and I know he hates the joke, but there's people who run it weekly on 3 characters who still don't have it, and it's like it's getting to a point where it's like, man, I feel like I'm just throwing shit at a wall because there's nothing I can do. I can do this run perfectly.
I'm with Ninja Chicken on this. I'm with Ninja Chicken. It should be a less percentage. It should only be like 150. Yeah, fuck yeah. It's a rare. It's like a fucking rare.
I think it should be capped. I think it should be capped the way Anarchy used to be, where it's like 20 runs, you get it. Not 45.
No, it should be less. It should be like 150,000. It should be a white elephant out in the fucking wild that you search your life for, and you're doing the mating calls of the way to come fuck me.
What's the mating call for Vex?
I'm Vex.
I understand that it's like 1/3 is high for like those individual people running it like that number of times, like one time, 1/3 of people got it right. The frustration comes from repeat weeks of just you feel like you're doing everything you can, and there's nothing you can do to make it any better. Like no matter what you do, it doesn't get any better. And like right. I get the fact that it's like it's a rare and like you got to work for it. That's fine, but I still think it should be a cap at 20 runs, like Anarchy was, like Tarabar was, where it's like, okay, look, you've done 20 runs, you've proven enough that you should get this fucking gun. Like that's enough. That's 3 runs a week. What's that? That's 7 weeks almost. Give it.
Like I don't think so. I think it should be a rate.
That's literally a fucking season almost.
It should be a 5% drop, never fucking increasing. And I think I'm under
ridiculous to me.
If you go to WoW, there's certain armor pieces in WoW that's the 0.1% chance of getting without any increase. It's a rare for a reason. I don't want to be fucking saturated by people with Vex even.
Sure.
Like I understand what it's back to. It's back to the question that thoughts on Vex drop rate, and if you think it should be changed to what it should be. If you're looking that way, just take all raid exotics out and put it down to a quest.
Yeah, okay. I've heard the quest argument as well, but then I go, look at how many people don't have Divinity still, and especially now.
Because
right?
it's useless.
I understand it's useless, but last season it wasn't, and the season before it wasn't.
It's all useless. It does a damage increase that it's basically the same as like melting point. It's the same as tether. It's the same as bloody boop cannon. It's all the same. It's fucking useless. If it was killing people, everybody like fuck yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
Being as it's only a buff, it's fucking useless.
I get that, but it's like it's not the application of what the exotic does. It's getting it right, and so it's like I've seen so many times where people come into Discords and even ours, but they're like, "Hey, I want to get a Divinity run in," and we'll go, "Yeah, sweet, let's do it." But then they're like, "I've never done Garden before," and it's like, "Fuck, man, that's like a 2-hour raid to learn." And then it's maybe another hour on top if you're good to get Divinity. You've got to do like 2 runs to get Divinity to do the quest steps. And so people get gatekeeped like that. I'd rather the RNG side of it. But I'd rather the RNG side be a bit more lenient on when you're getting it.
I don't, man. I think it needs to be a rare. There's not enough rare in this fucking game. And that's my issue with it.
I get that, yeah. And I guess like we have so many direct grind things now for exotics, like with Lost Sectors and like Xenophage is a quest. most of the exotics now are buyable. So it's like, even I guess my argument kind of becomes invalid, because even if you don't get Vex, you just run a raid and you get spoils, and eventually you're going to run enough raids to get spoils to get stuff like Anarchy and Sleeper, and you can't buy 1k, like, but you know.
So, like, all right, I'd hate going back to D1, right? Exotics in D1. When you saw that yellow little fucker on the floor, you were like, and your heart would go, oh, shit, there's an exotic. Fantastic. I haven't had an exotic for fucking ever. Pick it up. Great, you got an exotic. In D2, if you haven't got 15 exotics in your postmaster by the end of the season, there's something fucking going wrong.
That's true. There is a lot of drops, isn't there? And
just,
you get a lot of engrams from the season pass and everything as well. Like you're not starved for exotics.
Like,
yeah, maybe I'm being a bit bitchy.
There's need to be raised. There needs to be something that it's fucking. Look at Mountaintop. Look at Recluse. Look at fucking Luna's Howl and the other one. I can't fucking ever remember what it was. They were so fucking rare that you'd only ever have either the sweats or something you have to fucking grind your ass off 2,500 to get. Like, there needs to be something that is unattainable, that you really have to want to get in there, work that fucking thing. Yeah, 40, 50 raids. I literally don't give a shit. I wouldn't fucking care if I have to run a raid 50 fucking times to get this fucking ultimate rare. It's just, I don't like where they go, you have a Vex, you have a Vex, you got a Vex, you got eyes. Like, it seems a bit like, because at the end of the day, once everybody goes Vex and there's no powerful, there's no fucking increase in power, you're like, I don't need to run that fucking raid anymore.
Like, so
I want ultra rare. I want an ultra rare exotic that it takes you 100 fucking runs of a fucking thing. That's 0.1%. Look at the Sparrow, not the fast ass Sparrow, the 190 Sparrow that I've got. We did a legit.
Yeah.
People can buy that now.
True.
You're like
true.
Or the ship that I have. The ship that I had to do 100 Black Armory.
The forges,
to get. But people can buy that now, so it takes it away from
true. Yeah.
It takes it away from the ship that you've worked your fucking ass off, and they go, well, actually, if you got 200 spots, you can fucking go and buy it. Shut up.
Yeah. No. I'm totally with you. Actually, I just went full 180 on this actual point of view. Because D1 with the raid armor, you put the raid armor on because, one, that would get you to max slide. That's where it used to be. 2, it showed that you earned it, and it was like a point of fucking notoriety almost. It was like, wow, look at this guy, he's wearing full fucking raid armor. It's like, yeah, I guess you could still apply that to Vex as well, or the Sparrow, or the ship.
You still get
we need those things that make us go, wow,
Kate,
how do you get that?
You can still get the percentage. There's still a chance of you getting them. Look at Chansey. He went in there today and he had that 1%. He had the 5% or whatever, and he managed to get it. You can still get it. You still kind of go in. You could possibly not be doing 100 runs, but is that still that chance you get it? But it's still a very much an ultra rare. And I don't like the fact that they turn and go, oh, well, it is a casual player base. We'll just fucking up it. 50% fuck it. You're either going to get it or you're not going to get it. I'm like, come on. I agree to the point, if only you run the quest Vogue for an item, you should get it eventually, right? Vex drop rate is fucked up. Nah, I think I'm all right with the Vex drop, to be honest. Another thing is I really, really hate, right, is the fact that they're going to sell the old Solstice armor in the next one for silver.
But they always do that. Like, that's been gone for ages.
Look, at the end of the day, fucking Bungie is... You can
get it from Bright Tales as well. Like,
Bungie's a company, man. It needs to make money.
Yeah.
Like, if it gives you a fucking season pass for $10, they have to make their money somewhere else. Microtransaction, you either buy it or you don't fucking buy it. Easy as that. All right.
That's true. And yeah, like, I get like his frustration there is like people grinding their asses off to get that, and that's fair, but it's like you've grinded your ass off to get it at the time, you know, like Recluse and Revoker and all that other stuff. Anarchy, for fuck's sake, like now you can go buy Anarchy. You know, you're grinding for the exclusivity window, I guess you can call it, because next year everyone's going to have that armor set, and sure, it's just going to be an ornament or whatever, but you had it for the entire year beforehand, and now you get to wear the new armor set while they wear the old armor set. Speaking of armor, Dinosaurs is coming soon.
Yeah, and that's all good. That's going to be sold.
Yeah.
That's going to be sold for Bright Dust or fucking silver. Whatever it is. I don't care. I'm going to fucking buy you whatever fucking goes on.
Same.
Right. So,
Titan main
Glad
for that
Bungie isn't
T-Rex.
selling Vex for silver. Fuck. It just break. Look at so Galley. All right. Galley got bought out. You had to do Vex, and then they sold it.
Yeah, they've sold. This is the second time, I guess third time technically, by Destiny 1. Second time they're selling you Galahorn directly through DLC.
Yeah.
Like,
so they sold it, and then he kind of fucking sullied the people that run fucking Vogue for it. Like the original Vogue. I want the percentage.
That was a world drop. That was a world drop for Galley.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, you can get it from anywhere. Like,
I had to buy it.
It used to be a meme where you'd run a Crucible game, and that's when you used to get the drops at the end. And the person at the bottom that like got 0 caps and 0 kills, they'd get a Galley drop, and everyone else gets blues. Like those screenshots used to circulate every week. Oh my goodness.
Double drops. All right. Oof. So the Vex drop rate is Boris. With the season meta shift and the mid-season buffs, should the vault be overhauled?
Overhauled to give you more space? No.
Yeah, example. He said, I haven't explored the vast variety of fusion rifles before this season's artifact mods. Grenade launchers last season, etc. But I have lots of stored because of FOMO.
Okay.
So
you go.
So what I usually do is I go on Little Light, and then I go through my thing every couple of seasons, and then if it's a god roll, great, I keep it. If it's not a god roll, I just get rid of it, and then I only keep the god rolls or high end. Anything over 63 armor, 64 armor, anything higher than that, I keep that, and then I get rid of everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, Copter's talking about the Solstice armor and the fact that you used to have to buy the glows. But again, you could buy the glows with Bright Dust, and before that, I understand back then it was like you buy Bright Dust glows with, it'd be like on the boots or on the arms where you just pay silver for the sets. I get the frustrations, but at the end of the day, it is a company. And they got to make money somehow. And if they're selling your old shit back, like, just don't buy it. Like, if you've already got it, you've got it. It's the new people that are really getting shortchanged, I guess.
Look, Ninja Chicken, Chicken, I should call you Ninja. They're taking out Sunset, and look, we are on the side of Sunset, and they should have sunsetted the shit out of stuff.
Here's my thing is, I get that you want more vault space, but you want more vault space to hold on to meta weapons that are metas that are now old and past, right? We have the Umbral system now, and usually the Umbral system is what defines the meta. So you can go in now, and people are rolling, fucking tier 3 fucking stat drops, and you can roll the new season's weapons over and over and over with Umbrals. It's cheap to do, it's efficient to do. The Umbral system is your vault space. Use that to roll for your god roll and then hold on to that weapon. I only have things in my vault to hold on to materials because that's what people do, because we're capped on materials for whatever fucking reason. I still don't get that. I still don't understand why we needed that cap. More vault space isn't going to mean that you're going to have more stuff. You're just going to keep hoarding stuff that you're never going to use again because you're waiting for a meta to come back around that won't come back around again. Because by the time the Fusion Rifle meta comes back around, we're going to be 3 DLCs away, and those perks that you've got won't matter anymore.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, it's just, I honest as shit, go to your vault and smack it with a hammer, and whatever falls out, just fucking delete it because you won't use it. You will never use it. Ever.
Just like Little Light or Dim, whatever you want to do, just keep the good shit, get rid of everything else, keep your fucking high end stuff over 63, get rid of everything else. If you want to use exotics, if you are farming GMs, upgrade your exotics with the 3 exotic ciphers, keep them in your thing. When you delete them, you will get one exotic cipher back, the golf ball thing back. I hoarded fusions and bows for a year, and now I'm using them all again. But the bows is a different thing, so it's not the only reason you're using bows is because it's an overload mod.
Exactly. It's not. I don't feel like that's meta because you get overload for swords and then the solar stasis melee as well. And I use the solar stasis melee personally. I've dropped the sword one. Bows, they don't do great damage. They're just for champion stunning, and you don't want one source to just do fucking. 1 second, I'm just gonna.
Yeah. No, look, because if for GMs, you will have Tikus, you will have the purple bloody one, whatever the fuck it's called. Tiku's purple one.
Fuck.
What's the matter?
There's a guy on my YouTube chat and I can't block him. I apologize if anyone's on YouTube and they can see this person in this chat.
Why,
it's horrible. I'm not saying it. It's
okay.
disgusting.
All right.
Keep going.
All right. Another question. Yeah, so for bows, great. They are overload bows and stuff like that. They are fantastic, but they're not. I'd rather have something with tick damage. So the Arc one, the TQ's one, and then the Void one, which is Le Monarch.
Yeah.
I think. Right. And then another one for the Boris is, should exotics not count towards vault space or first non-duplicates only? I think that's just going to get messy, because you could just have a fucking vault space full of exotics, then it's just a little bit messy. Right. Will the new changes come into Trials boost the player base enough to make it enjoyable for everyone? Yes. I think it will. I think it's going to be the first week. I think it's going to be a little bit rocky, where you may get like a little bit of an issue with different KDs and stuff like that. But I think it's going to be, this weekend is going to be I think the casual playing in PvP for Trials is going to be a good thing, because you have the chance of getting all these new armor, new weapons, and all this sort of stuff. I do love how even if you lose, you won't lose stuff. I do love, yeah. True. I'm usually a PvE player, and I'm so excited for Trials this weekend. Yeah, so am I. It's going to be fucking awesome, I think it is. Agnikai is just doing something in the background.
Sorry, I apologize. That was just fucking disgusting what I had to read. Sorry.
Sorry.
Go back to what we're doing.
So Trials, the revamp of Trials.
Yes. Oh, fuck, I'm pumped for this weekend.
That's the reaction I wanted, but
Sorry.
obviously he was trying to sort something in YouTube.
Sorry, I had a bit of a lazy day today, and I got on all three of my characters, and I was like, I'm going to grind fucking pinnacles, I'm going to get all the levels I goddamn can. I've seen people that have 1330 gear, and I'm like, oh, you're going to be smacking people.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good, man. I think it's going to be awesome, especially now that you don't have to wait and open up that gauntlet. It's all open. Everything is open, so you can have the igneous hammer. You may be able to get the auto rifle, the messenger. Is it the messenger, the pulse rifle with the desperado?
Yes.
The auto rifle, the summoner. You can get all the nice, really cool fucking armor. You're not turning around and looking at somebody who's either win traded to get all the fucking nice armor and shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Smart.
I don't want to say, it's fucking disgusting, and I can't believe that I actually have to read this in some
no,
fucking chat. So what did you say, win trading?
Oh, look, it's like you get that you see people with this type of armor on, like the Trials armor. You're like, yeah, they've either all hats off to them. I would imagine 95% of them have turned around and been in Trials, but then you get the 5% where they've just got the armor. But now it's open. The whole armor is open to everybody. Win trading will surely be lowered by a lot. Yes, especially with the big ban hammer that is coming in. They are proper fucking banning people.
Yeah.
If people are win trading out there, I would think of a different way to do it somehow. They'd even
I wouldn't encourage that. We don't condone that.
No, but they've even thought of ways out now. So if you win trade, the way the win trading works is they get a router or a modem where it will only allow you to play with certain people in your area. So they will turn around and just say blah blah, and you can only play with ags. But people go, well, we will just turn around. I'll just jump on your character. But the problem is they will jump on your character. They will log in on their PlayStation. Bungie now can see you logged in on a different PlayStation in a different state. Yeah. Once they get that, they will shut you down.
Yeah, BattleEye is absolutely watching out for you, man. And I understand that people think that VPNs are going to protect them. It won't. It really won't. VPNs don't do what you think they do. Okay, yes, they make it look like that you are in a different
Dan,
fucking area.
I think he's trying to sort it out now, Dan. He's
I apologize if everyone is on YouTube. This person just keeps making another account and just keeps putting in horrible things. And I'm just trying to do my best at the same time.
Can we just shut YouTube down? I suppose
I've got like 10 people watching on YouTube at the same time.
Just
trying to enjoy this. And the chat's actually kind of nice over on YouTube besides this one person.
All right.
Yeah, just don't fucking win trade. Don't fucking recov.
Yeah, don't do it.
It's just not worth your time.
You're gonna get banned. Like you're paying for content.
Yeah.
Don't pay other people to play your content. Just play yourself, guys. Just enjoy it for what it is. You got 6 months. You got 6 months of this shit.
Exactly. I'm really excited for this weekend because it's like the trials weekend. It's a trial of trials for this weekend for its rework. So it's like we're gonna have all of the newbies, and we're gonna have look, you're probably gonna get sweaty stomped to the first couple of games because everyone's technically gonna be on the same even playing field, right?
Yeah.
But you're gonna get through that. You're gonna start to kind of get into your groove, your matchmaking pool, and it's gonna kind of like even out really nicely. And then I think people are gonna get a good taste for trials again.
Yeah.
And then I think that's when you start pumping life back into Crucible in general, because now the end game content feels really, really great again. Like Iron Banner was really great this last weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you had a little bit of iffy. You have a little bit of iffy between Xbox and stuff like that, but I think that's going to level itself out. How will it work for people like me who's not just good at PvP? Dan, what is going to go is going to go by KD.
Yes.
So if you're trash, if you got a 0.3 KD and you're playing by yourself, it should level you out with other people's 0.3 KD. If you jump in with myself or Agnikai, who's got a slightly higher KD, I would imagine it would round up to the highest person's KD, which would be Agnikai's.
I think that's what it is. I think it's top down matchmaking. So
I got 2 months till babies, as in plural, as in two of them. Yeah, you fucked. I actually
2 months until babies.
Babies,
twins. As in you're having twins? Who said that?
I actually hear the rumors about game modes without abilities. Yes, I think you are correct, Cobda. I think it's going to be a game mode with just guns.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
A non-abilities playlist would be cool.
Yeah.
Trials Labs is what they're bringing out, right?
Yes. Yeah. With 3 different types of games.
Yes.
Me and you play with other shit players.
My goodness. Yeah, I can't really wait. I'm just pumped.
It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be cool.
I'm pumped to play a good fucking end game Crucible.
Nah, single baby. Well, you do like one of the boys has got twins. He's thing. All right.
Really?
Yeah, one of the boys
Twins
has got
life,
twins.
I can barely do 2 different ages. Fucking literally the same age.
I could just barely do one. All right, Vince. I'm a little lost on which builds are meta now and what combos work for Warlocks. Any tips? Right. So, with the bonuses, with the pluses for the Warlocks and the nerfs to Geomags and the way the Geomags work, they are still viable for large amounts of damage because they up the Chaos Reach. They give you a very, very long Chaos Reach. Same as Stormcallers. What's the
Tempest Crown?
Yep, Tempest Crown. Right? But the problem is they don't give you refund your super.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is middle tree arc. Bottom tree arc is at a buff because of the little arc buddy, and with the bloody chess piece thing, the conductive chess piece, it is very viable due to the fact that you only need to kill about 4 or 5 people, and you will get 50% of your super back. As it kills more people, you do more damage to it.
Capped at 50, isn't it?
It's capped at 50, but you get 50% of it back.
Yeah.
And you don't. Same with, like, he's asking about the void. Middle tree void is the best. Now, it's all situational. If you just want to wreck everything, the best thing about the middle tree void is the fact that you can like teleport back and forth. Same as top tree arc, you can teleport, you can kind of arc back and forth. So it's all situational. It's what you fucking want. It's what you like. Yeah. If you make a good Nova bomb, a handheld Nova with middle tree void, You're an absolute beast with controversial holds. It will give you an extra shield, and then it will give you a chance of giving your grenade back on kills.
And so you do this handheld supernova.
All the time, yeah.
The literal super grenade, and then...
Yeah.
Okay.
And it'll fucking wipe people out.
I was playing Warlock today for Pinnacles, and I was mostly doing Dawnblade. I was trying to like learn Warlock because everyone's like, okay, look, top tree Dawn, let's fucking go. You can stay in the air forever or whatnot. And I was like, I can't do this. Like,
no, I can't do that.
I'm so used to, because I'm a hunter. I'm so used to jump, deal you a bit of damage, and then sort of just like time yourself going down. I don't control my descent so much that Warlocks and Titans do. So playing Warlock in the air, I'm like, this is two different things. This is just a totally different way of thinking and playing.
So for PvP, I've gone to Ascendant Aspects gloves and Blink. That's what I've gone to with Nova Warp, and then Nova Warp then. So Middle Tree Void.
Actually, I had them on. I had the other Vidians on.
Yep.
And yeah,
but it's good.
Solar.
It's good. Yeah, it's very, very good.
Yep.
All right. Boris Agni, which is the best class and why is it a warlock? I don't know. I thought you were a hunter like me, but obviously you realize the warlocks are the
look. Warlocks have a really, really special place in Destiny, and it is you are my div bitch.
Fuck me, yeah.
No, look, they just. It's a totally, like I was just saying, it's a totally different way of thinking and playing that I don't have. I am honestly amazed when someone says I can play all characters, because I'm like, can you? Are you like a jack of all trades, master of none sort of situation if you do all three characters? Because if I try and jump over, even if I did one character a day all week, I would still
the end of that. You know the end of that saying, jack of all trades, master of none, but better than There's another bit. I'll have to find it.
I feel like the way I said it worked.
No. The yours is, but there's another sentence that never gets said after it.
Oh, is it like the second half of the Australian anthem?
Yeah, that nobody knows of.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's the way it is. It's like Warlocks are good if you like Warlocks. Hunters are good if you like Hunters. Titans are good if you like Titans. Like, it's just comes down to personal preference at the end of the day.
Yeah, I can't do it because once you get used to the Warlock jump, the fucking Hunter jump is savage, and then once you get used to the Warlock jump and the Titan jump, it goes up. And you're like, whoa, what is this? So that's why I kind of stick with one.
It honestly, the jumps is like the best example I can use for the jumps is I always die on a Titan jumping down to Gorgons because on a Hunter,
it's soft.
Yeah, well, not the Titan doesn't stop you. It's like a slowing descent, right? But the Hunter will like bounce you back up, and the Warlock will stop you dead. But the Titan, I let myself plummet, and then I try and stop the jump at the last minute, and I hit the ground too hard and die. So instead, I have to do the Fist of Havoc down. Otherwise, I'll kill myself.
Boris said Hunter in chat. He didn't. I've got it written down here. It says Agnikai God, which is the best class, and why is it a Warlock?
Is that? Did you copy and paste it wrong? Is that what you did? It says Hunter in the fucking Discord.
Yes, Cobda, you are very correct. Speaking of abilities in general, I do wish Hunters had a better PvE abilities. They like
you're using your abilities wrong if you think you need better Hunter PvE abilities.
Look at I can see where he's coming from though. Other than your Golden Gun, because somebody asked me the other day, he goes, "When has Golden Gun been nerfed?" And I was like, "It hasn't. It's just
it gets range nerfs.
It just gets range nerfs, but within the boss." Look, to be honest, like I can understand the conversation because that Golden Gun needs to be bang, massive fucking damage. I don't like the fact that it has this.
What's the point if it doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. Because you can just turn around and go, "Oh, I'm just going to null composure everything," or I can double slug.
Yeah,
that thing is supposed to be like bang, big fucking ass damage.
It's damage.
If Geomags is out damaging the Hunter,
the Celestial, but like even then, you're not even talking about just like base Hunter. It's like Celestial Hunter is what does it. Whereas Chaos Reach was Chaos Reach, and then Geomags just got you Chaos Reach faster, you know. but it was the super itself that was the problem. But like we had, it's usually with hunters we get nerfs on exotics, not abilities. Like the fish legs. The fish legs were good for a little while, and then they're like, okay, that's way too good. Dial them back a bit. And then Radiant Dance Machines. Radiant Dance Machines was doing obscene shit. So they're like,
but
okay.
then you've got what's the nerf with the lucky pants that are killing people with hand cannon?
Okay, so Lucky Pants is they've changed the intrinsic perk on Lucky Pants because they brought out the holster mods. So Lucky Pants used to do what the holster mods do, where if you stowed a hand cannon, it would reload your hand cannon. But now they brought out mods that do that for everything. So Lucky Pants is no longer exotic. So they made it so that damage with your hand cannon increases the damage that the next bullet does. So each shot gets stronger.
Yeah.
And so that's what it really was that certain hand cannons just get stronger over time. Everyone was like, Hawkmoon's going to destroy shit. And they're like, well, no, we've already tuned it so Hawkmoon doesn't destroy shit, because Hawkmoon obviously gets crazy powerful once you hit the last spot. That's all Lucky Pants is. Lucky Pants is like a slow, it's a build-up buff. But
they're kind of taking it. I feel like they're kind of taking it. I understand what Cobbs is saying, that it's like they get these powerful fucking crazy exotics and they'll just, you can't have them. Nah.
Yeah, I'm a bit frustrated with the fact that the fish legs got destroyed so fast, and the Radiant Dance Machines got destroyed so fast, but Titan still has the Falling Star. You know, like that's still doing obscene damage, and it's a direct fucking grind. Like is
it the fact that Lucky Pants, Dance Machines, and they're not tied to a super? Because that's what the Falling Stars.
Yeah.
The Titan super is tied. That Superman, the Fallen Star is tied to a super, isn't it?
Yes, it's tied to the code of the missile.
Your Lucky Pants, your Dance Machines wasn't tied to a super, and your the fish legs wasn't tied to a super.
No, true. Yeah, true.
So it's because they're not tied to a super. If they turn around and go, if you run around in a circle 3 fucking times with Celestial on and shoot that guy, it's gonna fucking do 1,000,000 points of damage. You will get hunters running around in circles.
Yeah.
If they turn and goes, well, with Lucky Pants, you could just wreck that guy for 1,000,000 points of damage. It's kind of break the fucking game, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's
to last longer than Sevs does. I love it.
Yeah, I guess it's fine if it's like the star is honestly just for destroying bosses. So Celestial Nighthawk, you don't use Celestial Nighthawk in PvP. With what I was saying with hunter abilities are fine in PvE, it's about using them to work into what you need to do. So you need to be like working your dodge, the stasis, to getting your super back or getting your abilities back. You can put on aspects that's like, I dodge, I get more grenade energy, so I can freeze more enemies, so I can do more melees, so I can do more dodge. That's how hunter works. It's like it's about linking into the next thing. That's how PvE hunter works. PvP hunter's a bit different. It's like it's more distracting your enemy and then using that. You still get energy back if you dodge near enemies and stuff like that with certain aspects and certain exotics, but it's not quite the same. It's more about surviving and running away in PvP. Whereas PvE is about like I need to keep the ball rolling.
Yeah. There's a lot of movements in PvP where it's quite hard. You go bang bang, you're going from one encounter to the next. You're killing the person, you roll into the next.
Yeah.
You dodge. It's hard because I don't play hunter.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little bit where a warlock is like, I'm just gonna float up here.
That's true. Yeah, hunters just warlocks do. They like to floof off into the sky.
I know.
You make your own safety,
nice.
And that's fine. That's how you work. You know, you get your well of radiance, and Titans get their bubbles and their walls. Hunters have to keep moving, and because
they got
how it works.
In theory, they got fuck all armor. They got high movement.
Yeah.
Fallen Star no good in PvP. I have been smashed so many times with that bloody Fallen Star in PvP.
What is my guy?
What is your guy? I think
guy
he's
on the screen.
Guy's opinion on Icarus Nerf. What's your? Shit. Press enter too early. I was like, who's your guy?
I was trying to point to my character on the screen.
On the Icarus Nerf. Look, I think there should always be one subclass in each class that is highly reliant on skill. I think the shadow guy for a hunter, the one there they do the backflip and then they thing is highly, or the staff, the bow staff, the spinning staff that they can turn nova bombs. I think there's one subclass in each subclass that should be heavily reliant on skill, and they need to learn that. And I think that's what Icarus should have been and should have been left.
You think the dash should have stayed to what it was?
Maybe not what it was, but like not skate across the map. Possibly, but it's to bring it into line where, well, everybody should be able to play it. Like it's all like skill based at the end of the day. It has to be skill. There has to be a level of skill somewhere. You can't just go, well, everybody can do it. Thoughts on changing the stats so mobility makes you Lagot faster. Resilience legit tank.
Oh, legit faster, legit tank. Okay, so that would just, you're turning stats into supers than AR at that point, you know. Resilience is already making you a tank, because if you're below a 5 resilience in PvP, you will get one domed by everything. You got to build up your resilience so you do survive stuff more. You build up your mobility. You do actually move faster. You do jump higher. Those things exist. You push it too far, and you're getting those max stats. You're thinking of it as an aspect of a single player game versus an online always game, you know? Maxing out your stats in Ghost of Tsushima or something like that, you should really feel fucking stupid powerful at the end of that game, because it's allowed. You're just versing NPCs and you should feel really powerful. Destiny, you are versing other people and you're alongside other people, so you can't go crazy, because if one person can go crazy, everyone can go crazy, and then no one is really that powerful at the end of the day. So you got to find that balance. I think we're kind of at the right balance point at the moment. What they do, you know, resilience being tied to the way supers keeping you alive, well radiance at Water Dawn. That felt weird to me. It felt weird that was a thing that they chose to do, but I mean, it's maybe they saw something internally that made it make sense. If they're gonna do it with that, if they're gonna tie resilience to bubble and well, I'm gonna be interested to see what else they tie other stats to. And see where
can they though? Do you reckon they can? I don't think they can. I think I understand why they've done the resilience, because it's a useless stat and they have to tie it to something. I think they have to use it for something, because at the end of the day, it's useless. It was absolutely fucking nothing.
Like, well, look, mobility is tied to hunter dodge, and then you got int dis strength for your melee and your grenade and your super. Yeah,
a lot of people have recovery though. That's the issue. They wanted to tie it to, they wanted to take it away from recovery, because a lot of people will run. A hunter will run a high mobility, high recovery. A warlock will run high intellect, high recovery. A titan will run recovery and strength, because they get grenades back. So it's hard to.
One of them is tied to their shield. I think their resilience is tied to their.
It's the main bubble thing.
Yeah.
So it's I think I like it and I hate it.
Yeah.
But I run a high resilience anyway, so it doesn't really affect me as such. But I don't know, man.
I prefer it honestly. I like, you can't go too crazy, otherwise we're gonna go too crazy.
Look, it's the fact that warlocks, if warlocks get high mobility, it does actually fuck all from it. It gives them a high jump.
Yeah.
And a strafe. That's really it. It doesn't make them run faster.
Yeah, and we've spoken about that before. Of want to start leaning into more of those aspects of pigeonholing what characters you know? And I think we're going to probably touch on that again when these light subclass reworks come out. You know, how the Void one's coming out with the Children of the Old Gods and all that. It's going to come. I think we're going to be playing a very, very different Destiny 2 when Witch Queen comes out and these changes come out.
Yeah, look, I think it's gonna. Yeah, I think they're gonna change stuff up. I think they're gonna get changed up. So I don't think relying on what your builds are. I think you're gonna have to do possibly full rebuilds. Even though, because what I think they've done is they've done sunsetting, but they've done the sunset in a smarter way. They've brought meta in.
Yeah.
So they purposely made meta every 6 months. So you can't turn and go, well, I'm going to rely on this now. They go, well, no, you can't.
Yeah,
We
the artifact does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they've made you go for meta. Meta.
Yeah.
They've made you go for meta. They made you change up your thing because they brought an artifact in. They've just done it smarter. And we can't complain about it because they've shown, all right, no worries, you can keep your fucking guns. You're never going to use them, but they can stay in your vault.
Did we answer Vince's question on what is the meta at the moment?
So fusion rifles.
Fusion rifles for raids. Look, yeah, fucking hell.
Fusion rifles are killing.
Yeah.
PvP.
PvE wise, fusion rifles is they've got the breach and clear for the season. You know that particle.
That's
disruptor.
it. Yeah.
It's just it does stupid shit. It does stupid high damage. 1k kind of procs it. It's based on consistently doing damage. At 1k does the initial couple of ticks of damage, and then it does a burst of damage. So it kind of keeps the loop going.
Yeah.
You know, and then other fusions can obviously work on that as well. And that debuff, it's possibly a bug, but that debuff stacks with other debuffs. So if you do the particle disruptor first and then you tether a boss, that's 2 stacks of debuffs on top of each other. So it goes from 25% to 55% debuff. So that's when you get like fucking crazy one phases.
Yeah.
So it's fusions right now because of the artifact.
Yeah.
PvP wise, use what you want, find what works. I constantly see people being like, man, 120 hand cannons is still wrecking me. But I go in with a Chrome Rush all the time. Or I go in with a Vigilant Swing. Sometimes
sidearm.
Sidearms. Sometimes I go in with a Hung Jury because I want to play long distance.
Sidearms and a sniper. That's all I use in theory.
You can use what you want to use and you can do better than
just get used to something.
Forcing yourself.
Good rolls. It's all the rolls as well, man. Yeah. It's all the rolls.
Yeah.
Is Verity Brow or Eye of the Worlds or the Gauntlet thingy better to use for Void? It's what your build is. It's all you build. So Verity's Brow will give you extra damage on your grenade. So it doesn't work with these stasis grenades because they're not classed as a grenade. They're classed as a turret. Eye Another World will give you more damage you get taken. It will give you your grenade back. And the Gauntlet will allow you to use each your grenade and have a handheld supernova with an overshield. A small overshield, but it's still quite a...
Fuck, I gotta try that. That sounds so good.
It's fucking savage. And then, like I said, it's all what you like doing. High strength, high recovery, or high strength, high resilience. Gauntlet, you'll get your fucking grenade back every 30, 40 seconds.
I miss the old days of Destiny 1 when Monte Carlo was viable because that on kills you get a chance to get a full recharge on your melee. And back in Destiny 1, there was only there was 2 melees, but there wasn't the heavy throwing knife that was a one-hit kill. There was like the throw and it burns, or the throw and it explodes on impact. And so you would do the throw, explode, finish him with your Monte Carlo, get your knife back, throw, explode, get your knife back. It was a great loop that you could build into, and then you could build with your strength and everything. So that's what I miss. I miss that build. I can't do it anymore. Monte Carlo sucks. I'm trying to find a build that I like again. But...
It's also the Sun Dancers brace. I think it's Sun Dancers or something. Melee, range melee, you get 5 grenades back. When you're doing damage, you can get another one that more grenade damage, you will get your melee back. So you can just spam the shit out of it. So range, kill someone, 5 grenades, you're damaging people, you get your melee back, range, damage, grenade back.
It's all about finding the loop. It's all about finding the loop, and the loop is what you enjoy at the same time.
Ruby red
grapefruit.
I know, it's my pleasure.
I still got my greenalls from our Patreon podcast.
Oh yeah, so we did a Patreon podcast, guys. On the weekend, it is supposed to be up.
It's up. It should be up. I haven't checked. Sorry.
We almost killed Black Widow. She slunk into unconsciousness under the table.
She did the chair slide afterwards.
Yeah, she did. She did this, but she it was actually a really good time, and I didn't realize how much she drank. So she drank a good half a bottle of whiskey, I think it was. And she slunk.
She smashed
She just
it.
slunk under the table, and we stopped the podcast at the allotted time, and then we stayed on for another hour and a half. I was very, very drunk. Agnikai was about the same as me, hopefully. And we had to ask her for proof of life. And we didn't get any. We heard a grunt.
Yeah.
We heard a grunt, and then we left. We were like, oh, I'll see you later. But guys, that's on Patreon. Get on Patreon if you want to listen to it. Curly's is on there as well. And we've got another one coming next month.
Do we know who we have coming on next month?
I don't know. I'll make it up.
We'll find out. We don't know who we've got coming on yet, but we'll have someone. And it's good fun. We advertise it as drunk lore, where we get the person drunk and they read the lore back to us. But Black Widow, and this is like a bit of a tease for you, she had flashcards that she studied with all week, so she was like testing herself all week so that her drunken state wouldn't get too embarrassed. And that's all I'm going to leave with, because we hit the lore and then we just
we didn't stick with the lore.
No,
we hit some of it. And it was a good time. It was a very, very cool time. It was a great time. Yeah, it was a good time.
Let's leave it there. We fucking hell. I don't even know what I'm going to call this episode. Loop-de-loops or some shit.
Right. Oh, that's another watch out. Guys, I am streaming on Twitch. Come and see me. I need to make 50 followers to get affiliate. I don't know why, but Sevs58.
Proof of work. Proof of concept.
So Sevs58 on Twitch. Please come over. It'll be great. Thank you.
All right, guys. That's all from us for this evening. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. I apologize for that middle section. If you want to follow us, you can follow us here at twitch.tv/AgnikaiGod or over on YouTube at youtube.com/Agnikai_God. All of the VODs from the stream stay on Twitch for a month. They also go onto YouTube in a separate playlist. If you want to support us, we have a store, Relax Guardian store in the link tree. Merch. We have a Patreon, the Relax Guardians Patreon. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us here. You can follow us on Facebook. Thank you so much, you guys. I might stream after this. I'm going to go see what the lovely lady's doing, and then I might jump over to a stream. See what happens. Cheers for the support. If anyone needs anything, please reach out. It is Are You Okay Day, so if you're not okay, please say something. If you are okay, that's great to hear. We love you guys. We'll see you later.
Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot. Fuck you all.
Peace.
Out.